Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die.
I think even Gareth Bale, probably the last couple of years, has probably felt the most of the brunt of all the media speculation and rumours around him.
I do feel sorry for him because he's been a fantastic servant. He obviously said goodbye.
Yeah, he did say goodbye, and I was kind of really happy to see that, at the end of the Champions League game, that I know I text you and I say, look at him, just look how awkward he looks. Because he hasn't really contributed, to this Champions League win, which is fine, but the nice thing was, we went over to the fans and they were all chanting his name, and I think giving him that recognition of, you've done all right, this is our goodbye, and I think that was quite nice for him to receive as well, because he has been on, the bad end of, newspapers, he's been on whistling and booing from the Real Madrid fans at the Bernabeu, and to see this. And the fans kind of just take him in and just give him that last thank you was nice to see.
That was a nice touch. I remember you texted me, you said, he looks awkward here. I was like, no, mate, I've switched this off, mate. As soon as the final whistle, I don't need to see these celebrations. I was annoyed because there was still like about 8 seconds or so to play. I was like, he's blown up early. He still could have one more long ball, could have got it. It could have been different, could have gone to extra time. I didn't see that. But do you think that Bale has brought this on himself, or do you think it's is it a vicious circle, or what?
It's kind of been a mismatch, hasn't it? Because I don't think that there was some bad blood maybe with Zidane, maybe when he was the manager. When he came in, left, and came in again, and it also started when Asensio came in. We bought him and we gave Asensio the number 11 number, which was Bale's, and Bale didn't even know anything about it at the time.
Wow.
And they just took his number off him, and that was kind of the final nail in the coffin for his kind of career at Real Madrid. And that's when I think, the following season after, he went over to Tottenham on loan for a while, and he played really, really well for Tottenham. Came back, you think Zidane's gone, does he get any more game time? He's had a couple of injuries this season, and he has featured in some games in La Liga, which I've always liked him to be on the pitch. He always has that left foot, and you never know what's going to happen, do you? When he gets on the ball,
he can just produce something out of nothing. That mercurial left foot of his, man.
So, but I think now he said these goodbyes, and he had that nice send off at the Bernabeu, which was was really nice to see. And I think that he said the goodbye on Instagram, all his social media profiles and stuff like that, but he hasn't really announced anywhere where he's going next. And I think that we're not going to know until probably Monday or following week, because Wales Ukraine is the the big game. I think that if Wales win that's when Bale's got to look at getting another club, because he needs some game time, because the World Cup is not until December, November, December time. So he needs to play. He needs to be in some club games and start getting his fitness up. He can't sit on the sideline and do nothing until the World Cup comes around.
It's all right him coming in for the odd playoff game or the odd Nation League game where he's not been playing, but then he can still give you 50 minutes, 60 minutes.
Exactly.
And usually that's enough against these teams. But if we're in the World Cup and you're playing the games every few days, right, it needs to be tip top.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got to sort that out. Be interesting to see where he goes. Do you reckon Spurs maybe? Back to Spurs? No,
I don't think
James was hoping.
He had a lot of good game time at Spurs, but I just don't think that would be a good move for him. I know there's a lot of clubs who are tipped for him. I heard that Newcastle are also interested in his services. I heard maybe Aston Villa could be interested. But also, you never know, he could go back to Wales and play for Cardiff.
You think he's definitely going to be in the UK though? Won't be Italy or anywhere like that?
No, I don't think
so.
No
Barcelona, no. I would take him. I love
you take anyone. You can't afford anyone, never mind that.
Yeah. Gareth, you're paying us, mate. Come on over.
But I do think he's going to go to the Premier League. I would be... if Wales did qualify and get into the World Cup and he ended up playing in Cardiff, I would be pretty disappointed. I don't think the level of football is anywhere comparatively, exactly, to play in the World Cup. First time for Wales for many years now.
Google where the best golf courses are.
It's probably around there. Yeah,
I probably go there.
But I think if I was Bale, and I know he's really interested in golf, and I completely get that. If that's what he wants to do, fine. But for this next 6 months, just concentrate on football.
Blinkers on. Get your blinkers on. Sort yourself out for the World Cup.
Because it literally is 6 months.
I like how we're talking about this. Like we've already put ourselves.
We've put ourselves in.
Well, not just me and you, but the rest of Wales. Wales are
Wales.
in the World Cup already.
But yeah, I mean that's what he has to do, and I think that even if Wales qualify for the World Cup and he gets into any Premier League club and just being like, look, can I have a 6-month deal? I'll finish in January. Fine, just do it. But you can't command the amount of salary that you've probably got at Real Madrid. You're not going to get anywhere near it.
No, I don't think he's going to get anywhere near that.
If you're Gareth Bale, you have all the money you need anyway. So for me, it's more about just playing and getting game time and just scoring and producing. I don't think the money is that important for Gareth Bale right now. I think that if you want to represent your club at a World Cup for the first time in God knows how many years for us, and if we get there, for me, if I was Gareth Bale and if I was a person who represented the country as he has done in the past, his whole career really, and you want to be that man to be like, I want to perform, I want to play, I want to get game time, and I'm going to show respect to the game, I mean, you want to play wherever, if you can, at a top league play. I mean, if you play in the Premier League and end up playing for Brentford, fine, do it. As long as you're going to get game time, you're going to contribute to the games, and you end up, I mean, if your salary's like 30,000 a week, who cares? You're going to play in a World Cup for Wales.
Well, you say money's not a thing, but then if he's got accustomed to this lifestyle where he's required, whatever he's buying or whatever he's doing requires all this money to be spent, then because you've seen this, as your income increases, your lifestyle changes. Your spending's pretty much the same, no matter how much you're taking in.
But that's my point, though. For me, like, so if Wales do not qualify for the World Cup this Sunday, he retires.
Is the game this Sunday?
Yes.
Oh my God, we're going to have another podcast talking about this. Do
but
you think he retires? Yeah?
Yes, 100%.
You reckon? Yeah.
100% he retires. So for me, that's why I say I don't think the money's that important.
Okay.
Because for me, like, if he retires on Sunday, it is what it is, right? He's got no more money anyway. So for the 6-month deal that he could potentially have, play in the Premier League, get a few goals, and then get them whatever money he's offered, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, I guess that's why you're saying we'll see on Monday then. Yeah, I guess we will.